win again. I got the feeling. It's time to rise. It's time to rise. I got the feeling. I gotta kill off the ones who decided my legacy. I got the feeling. It's time to rise. It's time to rise. I got the feeling. They think that we gon' surrender and give up the dynasty. I got the feeling. It's time to rise. It's time to rise.
All right. Pallet Junction Nation, what's going on? What's going on with y'all? Got me
One and only.
What's up, homie?
What's going on? How you feeling?
Good. It's Taco Tuesday, brother. Taco Tuesday. I already ate.
With no tacos.
No tacos for me. So, just from the top, this is the last day in the cave here. You know what I'm saying? This is it.
Yeah. Yep.
We like the Jeffersons, right? Like we moving on up, moving on out. So
we need that song. Moving on up,
moving on up to the. Well, it's not really the east side. It's still on the west side. West side. Okay. But so the Eagles won the other day. They put it on the Packers pretty good on Sunday night. We had to do our thing. It was a good game though. I respect Aaron Rodgers. The dude's a true champion. But y'all like this here thing right here? Got this thing?
Yeah.
That thing is tough.
Oh, you been doing a little push-ups?
Nah, I'm not doing no push-ups. That's that old man string.
That's what I need to get to.
I don't know, man. Wait as long as you can. Yeah, you start having aches and pains that you just in places that you. Well, obviously, I know where they are now, but I didn't know they existed before. But so, what's going on in the pallet industry? You got any good news? What do you got going on?
We got a lot going on. Contacting a lot of. Should I say it?
Go ahead, let's talk about it.
All right. Contacting a lot of packaging companies, beer manufacturers, mainly people who we know, throughout our year and a half of experience, that we know that these people, they need pallets every single week. It's mainly manufacturers, anybody that you could think of, like beer, iron and steel, brewing companies. So just hitting the phone, Jags. We got to start, because a lot of people think, if you try to contact somebody one time, it doesn't work like that. I give out the list and they say, and I follow up with them and they say, hey, I didn't get anything on the list. Well, how many times did you contact them? Oh, I only called them one time. There's the email. If they're in your same city, did you show up? You have to be consistent, with these big guys. You're just a little pawn in the industry, so you have to be in their face constantly, 24/7, in order for them to, realize who you are and what you can do for them. So, just coming at them with a different approach, saying that we can help you try to get these pallets for cheaper, and sure. That's the goal.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned for cheaper, because I know you just said that off the cuff, but we don't really say for cheaper, right? We say more consistently. It's more to providing pallets and giving it to it less expensive than they typically get them. So yeah, we definitely want to. This is going to lead me to another point as well, Nigel, that I talked to a supplier about today. So yeah, we definitely want to make sure that we're giving it to them at a good expense. But what especially the larger guys, what they're looking for is consistency. They don't want to have to pick up the phone to call to make sure they're going to get pallets this week. They want to call or email or text you and say, increase the amount of pallets, or hey, we're going to be closed because Thursday is Thanksgiving, something like that. That's the kind of contact they want to have with you once they start doing business with you. So yeah, we definitely want to be as professional and as guided as possible in regards to how we do business with them and how we introduce ourselves. And right. Someone had a great quote on Pallet Junction. Someone had mailed out some really crappy, not mailed out, but shipped some really crappy pallets to one of our clients. one of our buyers, and someone had responded to it today. You guys should go see this quote because it's a pretty good one. I forget what he says. He says, "You ship what you are," I believe, something like that.
That was good.
And,
yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, man, that was good. You ship what you are, and yeah, that's 100% true. So we want to make sure. And guess what, man? I think folks get us wrong. You know, they think that we just trying to get them for a subscription. Shit, we don't need them, to be honest with them. I mean, we don't really need you. We want to enjoy this with you. However, long story short, what we're trying to do is trying to show you that you can make money in this industry more than just one way, slinging pallets over your back and into your truck and all of that kind of stuff, because that type of stuff is not something you can do for the long haul. But yeah, man, you know, there's how many times have we like post things out there and say, here's these pallets for $5. Like I gave today, we're picking up a shipment in Tennessee where the A grade pallets were $5. I gave it to a rep and said, hey man, if you could get this moved by Monday, it's yours. I don't want anything for it. 770 pallets, A grade pallets, $5. Can't move it. So you know what we did? We found one of our buyers and gave it to him, right? I gave it to him. We're making $3-4 you know, piece on those pallets. Clearly, like we're giving stuff away to you. We give away pallet haul-offs. And speaking of pallet haul-offs, let me show you something. Let me open this up before I show it to you. But we've got we're officially in Canada. This is going to be the second lead that we've picked up within the last week in Canada. The first one last week, someone was IMing me or DMing me or whatever you guys call it in Pallet Junction, and they were from Toronto. This is a group that's from oh, here's your favorite company, man. They're called Leon's Furniture, bro. It's Leon Furniture, and they're in Leon's, Canada. So that's hilarious. But they've got a haul off, a one-time pickup that they're trying to get rid of. And so yeah, man, that's cool. So we're officially in Canada. I know we've gotten some. I know we've got some things in Canada from before, but this is like is now becoming consistent. So what we're doing, laying the groundwork, is certainly starting to work. Speaking of working, I was talking to one of our guys. It's Winter Park. Winter Garden Pallets. And so, you know, I check in with, and Nigel and I will check in with you guys who are part of our network, our platform, and we want to make sure things are going well for you, what we can do for you. That's something we consistently do. And as we add more staff, add more people, we'll add more staff. But I reached out to Winter Garden Pallets and just started talking to like where he is, if he needed any help. And so he was very informative about a couple of things, and I'm going to work backwards, because the last thing we talked about was the fact that folks are reaching out to him a lot, and they're reaching out to him. He says, I don't know how they're getting my number. He's I don't know how they're getting. What do you mean you don't know how they're getting your number? Seriously, Vic, are you serious? You don't know how they're getting your number? Well, if you look up pallet yards in Winter Garden, or even pallet yards in Winter Park, Florida, you will find, in particular in Winter Garden, Vic is even above the maps. He's above the maps. He's above even Google AdWords, which is a big, big deal. So that's how they're finding you, Vic. They're finding you that way. And so that's really important. But let me, as I mentioned, I'm going to work backwards. They told me the reason why he's getting an increased amount of calls, people are looking for him. In particular, they're looking for him because, let's see, we've got a couple of folks. I believe they're called All-State Pallets, which is a big pallet. Folks over in the Orlando, Central Florida area, Pallet Enterprise, they have stopped purchasing pallets. They are no longer purchasing pallets off the street, and from the guys, the pallet jockeys that are going around. So I've been getting wind of this. A lot of these guys are shutting it down. There's a reason. Why they're shutting it down. So let me go over to my next point. The reason why they're shutting it down is because they have such an increase in inventory, you know, where to send it at the price in which they are trying to get paid for it. I told you, Nigel and I told you this 6 months ago that this was going to happen. And so we knew that when the Kemps and some of these bigger guys started going out and purchasing large quantities of pallets off the street and advertising for them, man, they're going to get stuck with it the moment that the price for new wood goes down.
Yep.
And now they're stuck with it. Yep. So how do we take advantage of it? Well, we could tell you, but we ain't going to do it now.
Nah. Nope.
We ain't going to do it now. I mean, you could join our clubhouse. I think our clubhouse on Thursday.
Yep.
Thursday. We have a clubhouse on Thursday. We'll allude to how to take advantage of some of that because the cats are stuck now because their price point is way up here. They bought the pallets for way up here. So it leads me to my third point on this. I am with a couple of, Chris. You guys know Chris. Me and Chris are pretty close. It's Gulf Coast Pallets. I'm not ashamed to shout out names because you're never going to get the Pallet Junction price at Gulf Coast Pallets. You know why? Because I got to get that grief from them every time I saw it. Man, I'm selling your pallets for $5. Oh, I can't stand it, whatever, right? So you guys can't handle the grief, And so Chris has kind of helped me along in the business, taught me a lot about the business. He's mentored me as well. And we talk every day. So we're working on a couple of big deals. And one of those deals that we're working on is like 12, 15 loads of pallets. And so we're getting it, he's going to produce a bunch of them, but we have to have some outside sources. And so I went out, and because we have such a vast network, I reached out to some folks that we've got. And so anyways, long story short, we came way under the guy's price. And so we have a decision to make. So I was explaining to Chris, I was like, hey, we're going to give this guy $1 break. And this guy's at $20, and we're going to come in at, excuse me for a second. Hey, what's up, man? Good. I'm just doing a little podcast with Nigel. You need me right away? Hey, little Reggie Jr. said, what's up? Send them all your you can't do pallet needs. He said he'll make it happen for sure. All right, I'll call you back in a few minutes. All right, love you too. All right, so it brings me to this point, right? So I say, hey, Chris, what we're going to do is we're going to charge him less, $1 less than what his budget is. And he's like, what? We can make that up, right? I'm like, no, man. You don't want this cat to hear it on the streets that he can get these pallets less expensively.
Yep.
So that's my final point to you guys. Don't let your customer hear it on the street. Don't be greedy. If you can save them a little money and keep your margin that you had before, do that. Why? Because there's these guys from Pallet Junction with a senior, very glossy and fancy and a great smile too, I gotta say. CEO.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Future CEO. Future, right? So look, we're gonna eat your lunch. We are going to eat your lunch. And now we're going to create a team of folks and we're going to teach them how to eat. Then we're not going to be charging $2,000 either. And then putting it on some kind of Black Friday special. We're going to get this to you for $2,200 along with my album. Along with my album. No, I can't sing very well. I can't fight, but I never lose. Once you know that. I'm like 43-0. I can't fight, but I don't lose either. But I will tell you, like, we're not going to be trying to pitch you our album, put you in some kind of group on Facebook and make you recidivist, buying from one another. That's silliness. Something that you cannot scale on a lie. We're going to teach you how to make money. We're going to teach you to teach your kids and your grandkids and those around you in your community how to make money. We're going to teach you how to broker if that's what you want to do. We're going to have to teach you how to, Nigell's going to teach you how to broker with other people's money.
OPM,
baby. And if you are if you are in the the sourcing side and you're a pallet yard, we're going to teach you how to expand and make more by doing less. How's that possible? How's that possible? We're gonna cause you to do less and you're gonna make more money.
Yep.
Yeah, we figured out the formula. There's some things that we can share with you, and we've also put it into practice as well. So what else we got, man? I'm sorry. I kind of started preaching, man.
No, all good. I think we got let's see here. I think that might be it. I know. So we did talk about Orlando. Our new customers.
Oh yeah. So you guys need to check out some of our new customers. We got we have some really big heavy hitters. I definitely want you to kind of peruse through the site because I can't tell you, and I guess I will, but there's one that I'm excited about. It's not like I'm not excited about everybody else, but these folks actually build heat treating equipment. So, I mean, if they're a customer, they create and make pallets as well, but they actually do heat treating or have heat treating equipment as well. Isn't it? What is it? Thomas Weidemeyer Sawmills? Is that correct?
Yeah,
right,
Thomas.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to show their dealio here on the screen because I'm just like impressed with them. But they have their own sawmill, and they have their own sawmill. They did the whole thing themselves, but they've been around since 1915. 1915, and so man, listen, man, I talked to them yesterday. And I was so honored that they were a part of Pallet Junction. And while everybody else is sleeping on us, some people are starting to wake up and recognize that we're for real and that we're doing something innovative and creative, right?
You know what I could do with a 1915 LLC? You know what I could do?
Well, yeah, I'm sure, Money Man. There's tons that you can do with that. However, on the pallet note, this is a big deal. I mean, this is a really big deal. And now we're dedicating their own sales force to them. So we're going to have 2 or 3 folks that are just banging the phones for those guys. Who's doing that for you? Who is doing that for you? Is John working hard for you like that? Is he? Nah, I doubt it. Nah, he's pitching you songs. His new album.
Yep, for $2,000. Now, just talk about, because people say heat treated though, who cares? But talk about how important that is to have in your back pocket. Yes,
man, that's like huge. Like the reason why most of us in this industry, especially at this level, like because we had the baby boy level, we had the baby boy level, and the baby boy level You know, we just trying to do COD. We trying to get that and get in and get out. Truckload, get $1 a pallet, 50 cent if we can, right? But at the big boy level, we talk to the big boys. In fact, there's some big boys that are on that's part of Pallet Junction. They just don't say much to you out in the open. They corner you, find your sources, talk to you real nice. But we've talked to them, and they've educated us at 100% and taught us a lot. And what they've taught us is that this is how you get the breweries. This is how you get the farms. This is because they have these special requirements, because if it's food related, it must be typically on some sort of heat treated pallet. And if it's going overseas, it's got to be on a heat treated pallet as well. So, or on a Euro pallet, they much prefer to do it on a Euro pallet. And Drell and I have got a resource that we can get a couple hundred. I mean, use once, just one time, European pallets, ready to go. Yep. Heat treating everything is ready to go. Fat Joe, don't forget to call those guys and they're free. They're free to us, and we'll charge you because you're a non-believer. No, just kidding. If we can work it out, if you're a Pallet Junction member and you have a need, we're gonna make sure that we help you and facilitate those things for you. So we're dedicating our sales force to these guys, and we're going to make sure that that we put 100% behind them. They're going to get a lot more out of us than initially than they put up. I mean, $50 is not much, right? And speaking of $50, I think we really need to tell these guys that the price is going way up, like way up. Because
yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yes. What'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yes, it's 100%. So the proof of concept is already there. I mean, we've already got some cats out there who are saying that they're the first to do what we're doing, which is funny. You know, we got Kobe on that, right? People bragging about how they Kobe. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys don't know who Kobe is. Kobe's my lawyer, and Kobe's a personal family friend too. And Kobe, shout out to Kobe. Yeah, Kobe's going to be dealing with some of that, because we're serious about this thing. You know, as much as we heckle and jekyll, we're about that business, and we are the first to do what we're doing. So let's make sure that folks know that, recognize that, and take that stuff off their literature, quick.
Yep.
Off your website, quick. But no, man, keep it there as long as you need to, because here we come. Anyways, you spend a lot of money for nothing. So yeah, that's all I got, man. I'm feeling like anxious today, man. I feel some kind of way on Taco Tuesday. I don't know what's up, man. I don't know. You know what it is? We got so much work to do.
Yeah.
That I'm just I'm serious, man. We have so much work to do. We're gonna move into our new offices. We're not even gonna be able to enjoy it as much as we'd like to, because we've got to start implementing our new stuff. We got our course that we've developed that we're going to start creating content for and some marketing and stuff like that. Proof of concept is already done. We're going to show you how to make some money. Big shout out to everybody who believed in us first. I remember Andre was one of our first guys to sign up for Pallet Junction. And Andre don't say very much, but whenever he does say something, you guys better listen, because he's made money on Pallet Junction. It's not Googles of money either, but it's a few hundred here, a few thousand there. Takes advantage of our transportation. Well, who's clapping? You clapping for Pallet Junction? Or you just clapping for yourself? Okay. So, but yeah, a lot of folks were first contributors out there and are first. I forget, man. I forget what we call them. Big old fancy tech name that we call them, but first adapters. So, and we definitely appreciate you for sure. It is working. It's starting to work a lot better, a lot faster, and we're starting to make those connections. So this next phase is going to be huge. Be huge. What else you got, man? I'm sorry.
I think that might be it.
Okay.
Flying to a city near you. No.
Yeah, we are. We're about to start
Yeah.
touring again.
Yeah.
We got to get out there. Hey man, I know there's this one cat on Facebook, man. I felt real bad. I offended him yesterday. Do you remember his name? His name is Tim or something, right? I was just kidding with him, but I guess he just got offended. So Tim, if you're watching this, man, my bad, bro. I was just messing, man. I got quirky sense of humor, man, and Iris is probably gonna get upset with me because I was being quirky, but yeah, man. If anything we could do to help, man, just let us know for sure. There's some ply that we've got in Alabama. We got some in Louisiana at a really good rate. We've got some supply here in Orlando. That's good. Some supply in Wisconsin. That's great. Texas, we've got some really good supply. North Carolina, we got some really good supply in North Carolina. We've got some supply in Pennsylvania. If you guys need anything in Pennsylvania, let us know. So from Pennsylvania, we can service New Jersey, Connecticut, everywhere. Why? Terrell, tell them why we can service all those places, especially when we get up northeast.
You said that one more time.
How come we can service Connecticut, New Jersey, New York from just our location in Pennsylvania?
Oh, because we're Pallet Junction.
No. Dude, because of our trucking, man.
There's not much to say.
Our trucking.
We're Pallet Junction. That's the reason why. No, but
it's because we're Pallet Junction, but also because of our trucking as well. So
yeah,
we have supply in the Midwest, and also Drell just bringing somebody on in the Northwest, like a couple different groups. So we've got the Midwest covered, we've got California covered. Of course, we got Los Angeles covered with Christian over there in, was it Pomona?
Yeah, Pomona, California. Yep.
Yeah, so we've got.
Did we say Missouri?
Yeah, we got. Well, I didn't say Missouri, but I just include that in the Midwest. But yeah, we've got Missouri covered pretty good. Chicagoland. Where do we have a need? I think a place that we definitely have a need at, I would say, would be. And I know I visited Nevada, but I need one more group out of Nevada because Nevada, they're pretty. Nevada only. They hate California, so they literally don't want to service anything in California. So we definitely need that. Arizona is a place that we need some more representation as well. But we're becoming a little bit more international as well. Joe and I are working on the concept of doing Pallet Junction. And a couple of different languages as well, so that we're more inclusive. So in Espanol, right? Which is really important. We want to make sure that we service that community. Just that part of our community, that part of our family, not community, our family, right? And some other things too. Let me stop saying.
Hey, I just thought about this. In Nevada, what about all of the hotels like the MGM? Is that?
Yeah, so they you believe it or not, yes and no, right? So you have to remember the element that you're dealing with. So when I think of Nevada, I don't really think about. I think of more of going further up north, the Tahoes, and the Renos, those areas there. So those are sweet spots for us because the pallet prices aren't crazy, and they're good enough if you can get good suppliers. We only have one or two to go out north. Go west with them and do pretty well. So, and I also think that we need to work on our. I think we need to work on our Canadian connections as well as our Mexican connections, Mexico connections.
Yeah,
we do have them, but they're kind of loose gosa. So we want to be a little bit more connected with them and bring them into what we're doing. And as we grow in experience, we grow in fanaticism because we're crazy about them pallets. as we grow and that it catches a wave, well, we'll start to and do it. Because here's the deal. So all we gotta do is stay in front of them. Stay in front of the next guy. See, when the bear is chasing us, right? When the bear is chasing us, only gotta outrun you. Only gotta outrun you. So if that's all Drill's got, phone's ringing off the hook. That phone keeps ringing because we doing that thing. So from Bangladesh to Bangor, Maine, Pallet Junction has you covered. Hey, remember, like us on the Facebook thing, like us on YouTube. What else? Twitter. Retweet us. Retweet. I had it. So,
like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yeah. Subscribe, share, all that. I guess I have to get a little script on that or something. How to do that.
Yeah, it's got to be a little
bit more fluid.
Yeah.
I know. I botch that every time. But from Bangladesh to Bangor, Maine, Pallet Junction's got you covered, guys. We appreciate you.
Peace.
Peace.
We need
iron is hot, we gon' win again. I got the feeling. It's time to rise. It's time to rise. I got the feeling. I gotta kill off the ones who dishonor my legacy. I got the feeling. It's time to rise. It's time to rise. I got the feeling. They think that we gon' surrender and give up the dynasty. I got the feeling. It's time to rise. It's time to rise.
All right, guys. See you later. Have a good one. We appreciate you. Oh, man. Wow. I don't know what I clicked.